I'm Tony. He's Mike, and we are here to do another family-friendly film, something you can watch with the little ones in the room, surprise, for the holidays. And we're going to talk about Paddington 2.
Dear Aunt Lucy, you sent me to London to find a home. I have a wonderful family.
I like that you're in great shape for a man your age, Mr. Brown.
Ah, thank you, Paddington. Hang on, how old do you think I am?
Oh, about 80?
Which, don't ask me how or why, but this...
Well, you saw it recently. You said you enjoyed it.
I
And
did.
you're like, you should watch this film. And I was like, well, you know, it's a family thing. It's in the holiday season type of thing. Well, this isn't a holiday film. You know,
Seemed like a good idea at the
yeah,
time.
yeah, why not? Directed by Paul King, written by King also, and Simon Barnaby. Based on the stories of Paddington Bear created by Michael Bond. It's a fun little family film.
Yes.
It took a while to get into it. I'm not gonna lie, the first 15, 20 minutes, I was not engaged at all.
Mr. Gruber,
Come in.
I'd like to get my Aunt Lucy a birthday present.
How about these rolling shoes?
Please, Mr. Gruber, be serious.
So,
I was kind of just like, yeah. It really wasn't until the point where, what's his name broke in and stole the book, and then Paddington was taking the fall for it.
yeah. Yeah.
That's when it got interesting, and then when he got in jail, it got really interesting, and then like, oh wow, this is kind of cute, and oh look, the family's trying to help out. Oh look, the prisoner's trying to help him out. Oh, he won over this group of guys. Oh, he won over this group of guys, and oh look, everybody working together. And you know what? It's a fun little family thing. You know, again, it's just like the other one. It's a grower, not a shower.
Yeah,
As
yeah.
it goes along, it becomes that much more, you know, engaging and endearing, and just it's just fun.
Paddington is innocent. I'm going to prove it. He's a master of disguise.
This is breaking and entering.
We haven't broken anything.
Just for me, I just gotta get past that little bit.
Yeah.
And I did like the little story too of how the dancer.
Yes,
No,
yes.
sorry, dancer. She was an acrobat. She was
Yeah,
an acrobat that was so good she would get jewels and stuff like that, and so she kept them. She had this little treasure thing, and so there's like a little treasure hunting thing goes along with it too. And then what's his name?
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
Is great
Yes.
in this movie as the villain.
Yes.
Very well done.
Yes.
Very well executed.
And Hugh Grant's backstory is he is the grandson of the magician that performed alongside the acrobat.
Yeah.
And so he knew of all of her money and that she had stashed it away. And there was a book that was done that had clues that showed where she actually stashed it.
Stop! Thief! Cheerio. Where did he go?
Hold it right there.
Oh, but I'm not the thief.
We're rich again.
And for a family film, it works. For a crime thriller, it works. It is a surprisingly engaging mystery on this one, where the clues are and how that, you know, it's all catalog and the final revelation and all that. The performances are great. The CGI is spectacularly good. It's obvious Paddington's not a real bear, but he's not supposed to be. But it's kind of like watching Schmeagol and Gollum in Lord of the Rings, where
It's not that good.
Well, no, I'm just saying,
sorry,
like,
it's
you-
not. It's just hard. It's hard to do animals as live in live settings and make it work. It's really tough. I mean, it is what it is.
I was just going to say that it's not that you believe him as a, you know, it's a bear wearing a hat and a range coat, but you forget that you're watching a CG character because the performance
I'll
is
give you
so
that,
good.
yes.
The expressions, the movements, all of that. And it's seamless in a live action background. You know, I'm a nitpicker. I would have caught mistakes and I would have been all, oh.
I don't know.
I didn't. I didn't
I-
in this one. I was engaged.
I kind of miss the days of when it was like obviously drawn stuff. Back to Who Framed Roger Rabbit, where it's obviously drawn characters interacting with, you know, real life people.
Yeah.
I think I like that style choice better than having a quasi-realistic, yeah. Because it just takes you out of it. It's like, I know you're trying to make it look real, but it's not real. So there's that barrier you gotta get past. But like you said, it is the guy that does the voice acting does it very well, and the people that act around Paddington do such a great job that
And
after a
that's
while
why
you
I was
do get past
that's
it.
why I was likening it to Schmeagol, because you know,
Yeah.
when you first see him you go, oh yeah, that's CG, and then like 5 minutes later you're just, the performance is so good and it's blended so well with the background and everything that's going on live action wise that you forget that you're watching a CGI character, and Paddington 2 does that too. The prison sequence is some of the funniest stuff I have seen. It's some of the funniest clean humor I've seen in a film in a long, long time. And the whole bit with the cooking and the marmalade,
Yeah.
the scene in the barbershop, I was laughing out loud at that one.
I don't remember the barbershop scene. I think I was still tuning out for that one.
He's supposed to be watching the barbershop, and the judge comes in and he says, I just need a trim and I don't have any time to wait. So Paddington grabs the trimmers and accidentally shaves a bald stripe into the back of his head and then tries to hide it by putting marmalade and then sticking his hair back on. I'm sorry. I was laughing at that point. I was 100% in. And I gotta be, I did read the books as a kid.
Okay.
I read the Curious George books as a kid. I was a big
Yeah.
reader as a kid. And so I was familiar with Paddington. And I was like, why the hell would anybody make a live action film about Paddington now of all time? And I
Well,
realized
because the
this
first
movie's-
movie did very well, I guess, because there's 2.
I turned it on just because I was looking for something to watch and I needed a palate cleanser. I turned this on and I was just delighted by
Okay,
this
hang on. So
film.
what were you palate cleansing?
I was palate cleansing an action bowl film, and that's all I'm going to say about that one.
Well, you can say it now.
I was palate cleansing. It was knockoff. So yeah, after
Fair
watching
enough.
that one, it's just kind of like, I need something that doesn't make me angry. So yeah, if you need to know where that was coming from, I needed a traditional film with a traditional story with a traditional character that the editor didn't like have his seizure and smoke meth before trying to piece the film together. So yeah, but I was, like I said, I was just completely delighted by this, so much so that I'm going to find Paddington 1 and go back and watch it, and I hope that it is as good as this. But I now get all the praise heaped on this film.
Yeah.
I didn't know how you were going to respond to it,
Yeah.
so that's why I picked this one, because I didn't know how you were going to react, and you were like, let's do some family films for the
Well-
holidays. So I was like,
Well, I can say this. I'm not going to go watch Paddington 1.
Mm.
While I enjoyed this film, it's not something I'm going to recommend, Again, this is going to be like a Christmas Story. If you're with family, absolutely watch it. If you like this type of film, absolutely, seek it out. And if you do like this, I'm sure Paddington 1 is probably just as good, probably not better, because usually the sequels aren't as good as the first. Although, I don't know.
I was gonna
This
say.
may be one of those where this is probably better than the original, because because the crime story of it was so well done.
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
in this, so
you're saying that in the Paddington film catalog, this is the Road Warrior to the original Mad Max.
Well, I haven't seen Paddington 1, but that's my guess. That's my prediction.
I hope that's the case. So I can't wait to see Paddington running people down in a car.
Anything else you need to say about this thing?
It's a huge recommend from me. I may wind up buying it. I'm going to watch it again to see if it really sticks. But it's charming, it's fun, it's engaging, it's family friendly. And if you're looking for something and you're burned out on Christmas movies, throw this one on. It's on HBO Max right now, so you don't even got to pay for it. But if I buy it on Blu-ray, I'll let you know.
All right, that's it.
So
You guys have a good holiday. We'll see you next time.
absolutely Merry Christmas. Ha! I said it. So joyous Kwanzaa. Happy Hanukkah. Yeah, I'm done.
All right.